Hey, good morning, everybody. It's a Sunday morning in Colorado Springs, and it's a beautiful, beautiful day. You know, more tourists come to Colorado in the summertime than in the wintertime. We have all these ski resorts and all the things that go along with that. And it's always just wonderful in the wintertime here. Beautiful snows. And here on the Front Range where I live in Colorado Springs, we may get one or two, maybe at the most three heavy snows a winter, and it's gone within a day or two, just enough to get a snow day where we can all stay home and play Risk or put together a Lego set or just lay around and watch movies. But anyway, the snow days are wonderful, but now we're coming into spring and the leaves are out and the sky's blue and the birds are singing and the grass is green and it's just great. Well, here today we're looking at Proverbs 23, and I just want to pull one idea out of Proverbs 23 for you. It's at the beginning it says, verse 1, while dining with a ruler, pay attention to what is put before you. If you are a big eater, right there's the key, a big eater. Because if you were raised like I was, it was a compliment when people would say, oh my, you are a healthy eater. You are a big eater. And so what we've ended up is the fattest generation in the history of America. And we think it's healthy to be a big eater. And we've learned, we never dreamed this would happen. When I was a boy, they used to talk about global starvation and massive, massive numbers of people dying because the earth was not able to support food-wise the billions of people that were coming along. And of course, with the progress that we've made in farming and things like that, there's more than enough food. And nobody ever dreamed when I was a child that obesity would kill so many more people worldwide than lack of food. Actually, the only places there is a lack of food are places where there's a war or something like that. It's a government distribution problem, not a lack of food problem. So here it says, if you are a big eater, put a knife to your throat. It doesn't mean that literally. It means stop eating. Don't desire all the delicacies, for he might be trying to trick you. In other words, he may be watching for something that we would never dream of. In verse 6, it says, don't eat with people who are stingy. Don't desire their delicacies. They are always thinking about how much it costs. Eat and drink, they say, but they don't mean it. You will throw up what little you've eaten, and your compliments will be wasted. And so here the warning is, be modest in what we eat. All right, so right now, here in the United States of America, obesity is our number one problem. I don't know if you know this, but it leads to mental health issues. Because once a person crosses a certain threshold with their weight, they start thinking differently because they just don't feel good. Everything affects everything. And so they have a reduced quality of life. It is the leading cause of death, obesity. All right, because obesity leads to diabetes. Obesity leads to heart disease. Obesity leads to an increased likelihood of having a stroke. And obesity leads to several different types of cancer. And once a person is obese, they will often try to just eat right and exercise, thinking that will fix it. All right. But once you are obese, your body is used to that. And you go through all these difficulties because your body's trying to adjust, but you become an addict, no different than the other addictions. It's very, very interesting that this chapter we were just talking about, here it talks about wealth, it talks about being drunk, it talks about all types of things that are horrible, horrible things. And so we've had to come up with, over the years, a method to maintain a person's weight or to lower a person's weight for people in pastoral ministry. Here's why. It's because all of us in pastoral ministry make a large part of our living by eating with people. So having meals like today, there's one of the boys that is in our church, and he goes up to the School of Mines in Golden, Colorado. He's a super athlete, sharp guy, and he is home this weekend. And then he's going to leave next week to be a counselor in one of the camps up in the mountains all summer. So he's contacted me. He wants to have lunch today. That's very typical. They want to have lunch, or they want to have dinner, or they want to have an early breakfast. So pastors make a lot of their time connection-wise. They enjoy a lot of their success and connection with people by eating with them. When we do a celebration at church, my birthday, I'm going to be 65 on June 27th, and that falls on a Sunday. And so we're going to have a celebration on the morning of June 27th at the church. I guarantee you people will bring food, or they'll bring snacks, or they'll bring cupcakes, or they'll bring whatever. This is endless in the Christian world. Actually, research shows that a higher percentage of Christians are obese than the normal population. Why is that? It's because we have an exhortation not to do the things other people do for fun. All right. So when other people are doing other things for fun, we can't get drunk. We're exhorted not to be immoral. We have all these exhortations. So what do Christians do for fun? We get together and eat. All right. And so because of that, there's a major issue. So let me give you the formula that I put together that we've used for years that is pretty good. All right. So the first thing we encourage people to do is buy some quality digital scales. In other words, a way you can weigh yourself that where the scales say the same thing. And this is how you can tell if they're high quality. In the store, get on it, see what it says. All right, many pounds you weigh. Get off, get on it again. And if it says the same thing 3 times in a row, then you can count on those scales. If it's a pound or 2 off, each time you get on, not good enough. All right. Then number 2, weigh yourself first thing in the morning. That you get out of bed, go to the bathroom, and then weigh yourself naked. All right. And so go to the bathroom, weigh yourself, write that down on the calendar. All right. Then the third thing you do is go to your computer or Google or whatever and find your ideal weight. If you don't want to use the ideal weight in the scales, like my ideal weight, according to the computer systems, is lower than I want to be. Because at my age, if a man or a woman gets too skinny at my age, you look like you're about to die. So I think older people should have a little weight on them, but they don't want to be obese, but you also don't want to look like you spend 3 hours a day in the gym. All right. You just want to look healthy. You want to feel good when you get up. You need a healthy weight, which the experts might not give you. You may need 10 or 20 pounds over what they would say your ideal weight is for you to be healthy and you have a little fuller face. You don't want your face looking like you're a skeleton. And you don't want you just don't, well, here's what I tell people. Here we live in Colorado. And I mean, there isn't an ocean or a big body of water in many miles from here. And I tell people I keep a little extra weight in case I get in a boat, the boat blows me out into the ocean, and I wouldn't want to starve to death. I need to carry some meals with me. Okay. But most people think I'm healthy, and I am healthy. All right. But I'm not anemic and I'm not obese. All right. So you find your ideal weight. Then, okay, put on your calendar the weight you are today. Go down 1 week and let that be your target weight for that week. Then go down 1 more week and let that be your target weight. And you go down 1 pound a week, only 1 pound a week. So let me get these numbers right for you. So number 1 you buy some quality scales. Number 2, you weigh yourself first thing in the morning. Number 3, you come up with what your ideal weight is. Then number 4, start with the weight you are and go down 1 week, lowering 1 pound per week. So let's say you're 200 pounds. The next week, you want to be at 199. That would be your target weight. The next week, you'd be 198. That would be your target weight. The next week, you'd be 197. That would be your target weight. So you don't have to drop 30 pounds or 20 pounds. You only have to drop 1 pound in 1 week. So the first week, you don't have to lose any weight. You just kind of get used to being aware of your weight. And in the second week, you go down 1 pound. Third week, you go down you've gone down 2 pounds now, but you only go down 1 pound a week. Now, here's why this is important. All the researchers say, I've not found one that contradicts this. That's a healthy way to lose your weight, and it will keep your weight off. All the diets work if you actually do them. But if you do a crash diet and lose a whole bunch of pounds real fast, then you've got the war of keeping them off. If you lose 1 pound a week, just steady, then the likelihood of you keeping that off is much higher because your body has time to adjust. You have time to adjust to your new weight, which will mean you will learn in this process to eat better food and to exercise more, because you won't be able to reach your target weight. That's the 1 pound increment loss a week. You won't be able to lose it if you keep eating junk and if you never exercise. And so here's the way to do it. So you know what your target weight is that week. If you are at your target weight or below it, you've got more freedom. If you have what I call a fat day, you weigh yourself every morning to see if you're at your target weight or below it or above it. If you are above your target weight, mark on your calendar, that's a fat day. Okay, so on your fat days, this is the next point. Weigh yourself every morning. If you're at your target weight, use wisdom. If you're having a fat day, here are your rules. Number 1, you can only drink water that day. Do not drink calories. So that means you're not going to be don't drink anything diet, don't drink any colas, don't drink anything but water that day. Everything in your body works better with water. Everything in your body works better with water. Now, you're going to read people should drink this amount of water, that amount of water. Do not evaluate it by measuring the amount of water you drink. You need to drink water until your urine is pale. If your urine is a bright yellow or any darker color, that means you're dehydrated. So drink water until your urine is pale. I suggest you drink a glass of water at the top of every hour until your urine is pale. So on a fat day, number 1, water only. Number 2, exercise 1 hour. If you're grossly overweight, your exercise can be sitting on the side of your bed, flailing your arms and legs. If you're in better shape, get on a bicycle or go on a hike. If you're in better shape, go to the gym, use 30 minutes of cardiovascular exercise and 30 minutes on the weights. But an hour of exercise a day. And then the third rule, so it's water only, exercise 1 hour. This is your fat day. Your third rule is you can only eat fruits, vegetables, nuts, and seeds. Fruits, vegetables, nuts, and seeds. Those are complex carbohydrates. It's great nutrition, all that type of thing. Now, if you eat too much, you're going to go up in weight. The nuts and seeds have fat in them and stuff like that, but it's healthier. And so fruit, vegetables, nuts, and seeds. All right. You do that on a normal fat day with an hour of exercise and drinking water, you'll be right back to your target weight. Okay. So if you'll do that, you'll find yourself healthier. You're only losing 1 pound a week. You obey your fat days, and you'll find yourself feeling better, because as you go, the first pound will be easy, second pound will be easy. You get down into 10 or 12 pounds that you're losing, you're going to have to adjust what you eat and adjust how much you move. And as you do that, your body will adjust to that, because if you're down 10 pounds, you're into this thing 10 weeks. If you're down 15 pounds, you're into this thing 15 weeks. Your body's had time to adjust, and so has your brain. And when your brain adjusts with your body, you're going to defeat the addiction to carbs, or the addiction to sugar, or the addiction to Coke, or whatever it might be. And I mean both Coca-Cola or cocaine. And so you'll defeat all that, and you'll reverse your addiction. All right. Well, that's my tip for the day. And that'll help us not have so many fat churches. Okay. You have a great week. God bless you. Enjoy your springtime and enjoy your upcoming summer. Bye-bye.